Good morning, children. How are you? I am sure that you will enjoying your holiday during this uh, epidemic of negative factor epidemic of coronavirus. Everybody is suffering. I am also selling the same boat. I had taught you one poem from Flamingo. Today I want to teach you the second poem that is in your course. It is somewhat lengthy than the other poems, but I will make everything clear. So listen to me. The title of the poem is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. Slum is a dirty area where poor people live, those who are picking racks, moving here and there. They have no proper shelter to live in. They are living in juggies, the small cottages made of thatches, jute, bamboos, and sacks. SACKS. This element, an elementary school classroom in a slum, is composed by poet Stephen Spender. Stephen Stephen Spender Spender. Before we start the poem, I will tell you the introduction of the poet at first, then a brief summary of the poem. After that, I will teach each line clearly. Then let's know about the poet. Mr. Stephen Spender was born in 1909. Uh, he was an English poet and essayist. Poet and essayist. He left University College, Oxford without taking a degree and went to Berlin in 1930. Spender took a keen interest in politics and declared himself to be a socialist and pacifist. Socialist and pacifist. Books by Spender include what number of books? He had written so many books, and the most important one are poems of dedication, the Edge of Being, Edge of Being, the creative element, the creative element, the struggle of the modern, and an autobiography, word within word, word within word, WORLD, word within, with plus in is equal to within word, word within word. This is the title of the book and autobiography. In an elementary school classroom in a slum, in this poem, he has concentrated on themes of social injustice and class inequalities. Inequalities means discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, and culture. INEQUALITIE, inequalities. Injustice, opposite of justice, injustice. INJUSTICE. The children of an elementary slum school look pathetic and miserable. Very poor condition. The living standard is very poor. They are living a very pitiable life. They have pale faces. Their disorderly hair look like rootless weeds, useless plants that they are not required at the source of water. These plants are mostly found on the surface of sea or in marshy land. They are stunted figure, STUNTED, stunted figures with the twisted bones. The bones are twisted due to lack of vitamin D and effect of malnutrition. Twisted bones inheriting disease of their parents. Inheriting means they have derived that quality from their parents. Inheriting, inheriting, inheriting disease, disease, disease. Many people pronounce it incorrectly. Diseases is wrong pronunciation. Disease is the correct pronunciation. Disease of their parents. They belong to the dirty word of crammed holes. Cramped. Crammed holes. The map of the world on the wall symbolizes symbolises, symbolizes the word of the powerful, rich, rich, and important people. The map of the world on the wall symbolizes the word of the powerful, rich, and the important people. The gap between the two words WORLDS can be abridged, ABRIDGED, can be abridged if these children are removed from their dirty surroundings and made to enjoy fresh air and have physical as well as mental development. Physical as well as mental development. This was the some brief information about the poet and the poem. Now I am going to provide you the complete summary of the poem. This will help you to give answer to certain questions. If you note them carefully, you will feel comfortable to prepare this poem. The children of an elementary school classroom in a slum look pathetic and miserable. They have pale and lifeless faces. Their disorderly hair are torn, torn, T-O-R-E, second form, torn, third form. Torn around and look like rootless weeds. Rootless, without root. Rootless weeds, WEEDS. They are depressed and keep their heads down. They are not satisfied with their life, pitiable life. They are fed up of their life. Fed up, F-E-D, fed up means they are tired of their life. They don't want to live this pitiable life, this miserable life. They have stunted growth, STUNTED, stunted growth. They inherit the disease of their parents. Means whatever disease their parents were having due to malnutrition, lack of balanced diet, the same disease are inherited by the young ones of that area. They do have dreams. They also dream for better things. A sweet young boy is sitting unnoted at the back of his dim classroom. Dim means very lack of light. Dim classroom. He is dreaming of squirrel's game in trees. Squirrel's game. SQUIRREL apostrophe S. Squirrel's game. Squirrel is supposed to be very sporty, very playful. People enjoyed the running of a squirrel here and there. Same is the feeling of a child. The child also wants to play, enjoy life of a child. The child wants to enjoy its childhood, but quite terrible. A sweet young boy is sitting unnoted at the back of his dim classroom. He is dreaming of a squirrel's game in trees and of other interesting things or interesting places other than his dull and drab classroom. Drab, D-R-A-B, drab, dirty, unhealthy. The gifts given as donations, and the picture of Shakespeare's head are hung on the unpleasant creamy walls. Shakespeare's head is painted on the walls, but these are useless to these unfortunate children. These things are of no use for the children. In the early morning, the sky is cloudless. In the early morning, the sky is cloudless. Domes of the institutions of the civilized, domes, DOMES, domes of the institutions of the civilized world, CIVILIZED, civilized world, shine in every city, SHINE. So are they in Tyrol Valley, TYROL, it is name of valley. Music of bells and fragrance of flowers private. Private means scattered, are to be found there, covering the area. Musics of bells and fragrance, smell. Fragrance means smell, FRAGRANC. Fragrance of flowers private there. The map of this world is made and reshaped by the people in power. But for the children of a school in the slum, that word is meaningless, quite useless. Their own windows are dirty, through which they can see outside the world. Their own windows are dirty, unpleasant surroundings form slum. Unpleasant surroundings form this their world. The slum, their world. The fog of uncertainty dominates, means the only these things are found there. The fog of uncertainty dominates their future. Their future is not sure. It is in dark. What will happen tomorrow, the next day, they never know. They are doomed, DOOMED, doomed to live in narrow streets, 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 narrow streets, in by the bluish grey sky, bluish BLUISH, bluish green sky, bluish grey sky, GREY, grey, not green. The sky is not green, either blue or grey or white. Their world is far away from rivers, caps, and stars. The world of these poor people is far away from the natural beauty, that is rivers, mountain caps, and stars. Shakespeare holds no interest for them, nor the map of the world does them any good. Means Shakespeare holds no interest. Shakespeare does not take an interest for them. Means in Shakespeare they are not taking interest. Shakespeare's face head has been painted on the walls, but these poor children, they have nothing to do with the head of Shakespeare's head. Shakespeare holds no interest for them, nor the map of the world. Nor the map of the world does them any good. This map shows a world which is not theirs. It is quite different world. This world is full of attractions. The beautiful things have been painted on the walls. If there is world map, it also reflects different things that force them to steal, that attract them to steal. This seeps, SHIPS, seeps, warmth of the sun and love. This seeps, warmth of the sun and love. They entice these children. Entice, Entice. I am repeating. There are beautiful sheeps, warmth of the sun, and love. They entice the children. They are tempted. Tempted means forced. Forced to steal them away by running away from their miserable surroundings. These beautiful things force them, tempt them to steal, to take away. They live in their narrow, crowded holes or layers. Limited, the slum area is limited, cover limited area, but number of people living in slum is more than expectation, more than required. Many people are living in a limited area and creating dirty atmosphere and surrounding. Layers, Lairs. Holes are layers. Their life starts with the fog of uncertainty and ends with the endless night of their death. Endless night of their death. On the map of West, these small children wander, Wander. One is wonder and second is wander. Wander, Wonder. Wonder, wonder. It is Wander, wander. Wander. This life, on the map of the West, these small children wander with their bones peeping out, Peeping, peeping out of their skins, wearing spectacles of steel with mended glass. They look like pieces of broken bottles on stones. Broken bottles on stones. I am repeating. Wearing spectacles of steel with mended glasses, they look like pieces of broken bottles on stones. All their time and space is spent in these dirty and foggy slums. All their time and space is spent in these dirty and foggy slums. These slums are nothing less than living hells. There is heaven and this is hell. The place which is not uncomfortable, where you have all types of problem, is no less than hell. Same is the condition of the slum. These slums are nothing less than living hells. Actually, they are a blot on their civilized world. BLOT, blot. The hindrance, the obstacle. They are a blot. Blot means obstacle or hindrance. HINDRANCE. Obstacle that stops some person, anybody to move forward. They are a blot on their civilized world, the world of the rich and the great. The world of the rich and the great. It is quite natural. Those who are hungry, those who cannot arrange proper food to eat, those who cannot proper dresses to cover their bodies, how can they think about tall buildings and beautiful people and delicious diets? At least they must take something that removes their hunger and that covers their body. The map of the civilized world and the slums of these unfortunate children are two entirely different worlds. The map of the civilized world and the slums of these unfortunate children are two entirely different words. Governors, inspectors, governors, inspectors, visitors, those who are coming from foreign countries or from different places in the same country, they just come and visit. Visitors and other important persons, VIPs, must abridge, ABRIDG, abridge this gap. They must remove this gap. They must try to do something that helps these children come out of their dirty cells. They must peep into the world of the children living in the slums. They must make their own world, the world of the slum children too. The unsuitable environment of the slums, unsuitable environment of the slums has blocked, BLOCKD, blocked all their gates to progress. They are lying shut like catacombs. Catacomb is underground graves. Dead bodies are buried in graves. Catacomb, CATACOMBS. Catacomb is underground graves, GRAVES. These obstacles should be broken. Everything that binds them should be broken. They must be allowed to breathe in the open. They must be allowed to come in fresh air. They must be allowed to enjoy the pleasure of world that other rich people are also enjoying. They must be allowed to come out of the narrow lanes, LANES, and dirty slums of the town. Let them enjoy the beauty of green fields. They have also right to enjoy the natural beauty. Their world should extend, EXTEND. Their world should extend to the sky, blue waves rising over the golden sands. Rising over the golden sands. When sun rays falls on the sand, it reflects golden color. Those sands are called golden because when the sun's rays falls on them, they reflects golden color. It means the poet wants to say that these children also enjoy the beauty of nature, all beautiful things that is available for the rich people, that must be made available to these poor children. Let the pages of wisdom be open for them. Means they should be provided books to study, books to read. The pages of wisdom. The pages of wisdom. Wisdom is the symbol of book. They should be allowed to study books for them. Let their tongues express themselves. That means they should speak, they should read. Let their tongues express themselves freely without any check or fear. They should be allowed to read and express their views without any objection. They should be free to present their views. Only those people make or create history whose language has the warmth and strength of the sun. Only those people make history whose language has the warmth and strength of the sun. Means those who think freely, they can express their ideas freely. They are not bound to follow others' desire. They are free to present their views about certain things. They think freely, so they create new things. Otherwise, without freedom of thought, you cannot express your ideas properly. Without required food, you cannot enjoy a healthy body. Same way, these poor children have full right to enjoy natural beauty. They have full right as human beings. They should be provided all facilities by the rich people of the world, of the society. They should help these poor children to come forward, study, and use their own mind for the welfare of their own kind and for the welfare of the whole world as a whole. Okay, this was a summary of the poem. Difficult words I will provide you after providing you the video. I will send you the difficult words. You don't have to worry about that. Now let's start the beginning of the poem. Stanzas. I will read the stanza and give you the questions and along with their answers also. At first you should try your best. You should try yourself. I am reading the lines. If you are having the books, you should open your books and match the lines I am reading. Far from gusty waves, these children's faces, like rootless weeds, the hair torn around their pallor. Pallor. The tall girl with her weighed down head. The tall girl with her weighed, W-E-I-G-H-E-D, weighed down head. The paper, lean and thin boy. The paper seeming boy with rat size. When you are affected by malnutrition, your eyes are nowhere to be found. Your cheeks are shrunken like Pacific Ocean, maybe. I am comparing the sunken cheeks and rat-like eyes. When you don't get balanced diet, you are so lean and thin like rats. Who lives? The person whose cheeks are shrunken, they are not healthy. There is no brightness in eyes are hidden, then they are compared to rat's eye. Paper seeing means so lean and thin. The health of the boy has been compared with the paper. The paper seeing boy means the boy is so lean and thin, looks like that he looks like a paper. I am repeating the lines. Far, twice far, FAR. Far from gusty waves, the children's faces, like rootless weeds, the hair torn around their pallor, the tall girl with her weighed down head, the paper seeming boy with rat's eyes. 2 stanzas I will finish today. After that, other stanza will be given tomorrow. Okay, it is a difficult poem, so be careful while I am teaching you. First question: where do you think are the children sitting? Where do you think are the children sitting? Give me the answer. If you can, I am telling you the answer. The children are sitting in the school classroom, in a slum area which is far, twice, FAR, away from the winds or waves blowing strongly, blowing BLOWING, strongly, STRONGLY. These children are sitting in the school classroom in a slum which is far away from the winds or waves blowing strongly. Now, second question: how do the faces and hair of these children look? How do the faces and hair of the children look? The faces of the children look pale, PLE. They are uncombed hair, without combing their hair they are sitting. They are uncombed, UNCOMBED. They are uncombed hair and unkempt hair. Unkempt, they are not arranged. UNKEMPT. Unkempt hair look like rootless wild plants. Rootless wild plants are scattered here and there. ROOT root LESS less, rootless wild plants. Third question: why is the head of the tall girl weighed down, W-E-I-G-H-E-D, weighed down. Right answer. The head of the tall girl, the head of the tall girl is weighed down by the burdens of the world. B-U-R-D-E-N-S, burdens of the world. She feels depressed, D-E-P-R-E-S-S-E-D, depressed, ill, I-L-L, I-double-L, ill, and exhausted, E-X-H-A-U-S-T-E-D. Exhausted means her energy has been used up. She has less energy or no energy due to lack of proper food, due to malnutrition. She was tall, physically she was tall, but she was very much depressed. Okay. And now let's come to the fourth question. What do you understand by the paper swimming boy with red eyes? What do you understand by the paper swimming boy, lean and thin boy, with red eyes? Right answer. It means that the boy is exceptionally thin, very thin. Exceptionally means EXCEPTIONALLY, 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 exceptionally thin, weak, and hungry. The boy was so lean and thin that that is rarely to be found. So it is an exception. Now I am going to read the second stanza of this poem. The stunted unlucky here of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease, G-N-A-R-L-E-D. Gnarled means derived, inherited. His lesson from his desk at back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young, his eyes live in a dream of a squirrel's game in the tree room. Other than this, I am repeating the lines. The stunted unlucky here, H-E-I-R, of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease. Gnarled means that is inherited, taken from father, parents, inherited. A father's gnarled disease, his relation from his desk at back of the dim class, one unnoted, U-N-N-O-T-E-D, unnoted, sweet and young, his eyes live in a dream of a squirrel's game in the tree room. Other than this, I have told you the summary of this poem. If you are very careful, you can get the answer of the questions I am going to ask from this stanza very easily. Now I am going to ask the questions. Who is the unlucky here and what will he inherit? Who is the unlucky here? H-E-I-R. Unlucky here should be written between single inverted comma. And what will he inherit? I-N-H-E-R-I-T. Inherit is single word. Okay. Right answer. The lean and thin boy having red eyes. The lean and thin boy, L-E-A-N. Lean and thin boy having red eyes and a stunted growth is the unlucky here. Is the unlucky here. He will inherit, I-N-H-E-R-I-T, twisted bones from his father. Twisted bones from his father. Second question. What is the stunted boy reciting? What is the stunted Stunted. Stunted boy reciting. If you can give the answer, you better give. I am telling you the answer. The stunted boy is reciting a lesson from his desk. He is reciting a lesson from his desk, D-E-S-K. He is enumerating, E-N-U-M-E-R-A-T-I-N-G, enumerating systematically, 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 how his father developed the naughty disease, naughty, K-N-O-T-T-Y, naughty disease, the disease that makes them very poor, physically lean and thin, that invites so many disease. Naughty disease, D-I-S-E-A-S-E. Don't get confused about pronunciation. Naughty disease. If I had to read the answer very fast, he is reciting a lesson from his desk. He is enumerating systematically how his father developed the naughty disease. This was the way of giving the answer. I am reading softly, slowly, so that each and every word must be clear to you. Okay? Try to understand English to English. Don't expect Hindi version from me. I am not going to tell you Hindi. You have to understand English to English. Now come to the third question. Who is sitting at the back of the gym class? There is a boy on the back of the back side. He is sitting. Who is sitting? You can write the answer very easily. A sweet young boy sits. From the lines, you can see sweet, third line. Sweet and young. In the third line of the stanza, you will get the answer. A sweet young boy sits at back of this gym class. He sits there unnoticed. Nobody is looking at him. He is trying to hide himself, I think. Or he is sitting at a in a gym class, so he is also not visible properly. He sits there unnoticed. U-N-N-O-T-I-C. Unnoticed is single word. Now let's come to the fourth question. There is a statement. His eyes live in a dream. It should be written between single noted comma. His eyes live in a dream. D-R-E-A-M. What dream does he have? What dream does he have? Try to give the answer if you can. I am telling the answer. What is the question? His eyes live in a dream. You can get the answer in the fourth line of this, third and fourth line. His eyes live in a dream of a squirrel's game in the tree room, other than this, like this. From these lines, you can give the answers properly. The boy, answer I am telling you. The boy seems hopeful. The boy seems hopeful. He dreams of a better time, outdoor games, of a squirrel's game, of a room made inside the stem of a tree. There is room, a hole. Sometimes a squirrel lives there, sometimes birds live there, sometimes snakes also live in the holes in a tree. Inside the stem of a tree, he dreams of many things. He dreams of many things other than this dim and unpleasant classroom. He dreams of many things other than this dim and unpleasant classroom has, such as green fields, open seas. Green fields, open seas. I am repeating the answer. Note down carefully. The boy seems hopeful. He dreams of a better time. He dreams of a better time, outdoor games, of a squirrel's game, of a room made inside the stem of a tree. He dreams of many things other than their dim and unpleasant classroom has, such as green fields, open seas. That's all for this answer. Two stanzas I have discussed today. Other stanzas I will discuss tomorrow. Okay. Before that, you should note down this stanza in a fair notebook and go through the summary properly at first. One question you should also prepare yourself. Name the poem and the poet. Write the poet's name and the title of the poem must be well prepared. If this stanza comes, sometimes you get the question like this: name the poem and the poet. Then what will you write? Thank you. Have a nice day.